L23. Would the damned soul desire the damnation of the undamned? Do the damned souls desire the damnation of the undamned? Of those who, for example, are upon earth, or of those who are already in paradise? The answer is yes. This is in their logic, not because it would gain them something. On the contrary, the presence of the damned, the more there are, and if they were in the same place, would only bring suffering. Since they are quite selfish people, we can have no contact between them. On the other hand, if they could achieve the maximum of damned people like themselves, they would hope to obtain what they covet in their presumption. If the whole of humanity and the whole angels revolt against God, they consider that God may be forced to give them this sought-after beatific vision. Because no one agrees with these absurd ideas, quite simply, if there was not this hope, never would demons be agitated like so on earth as well as the damned. This is a very important issue to understand. When, for example, we see the rich man in the parable who begs Lazarus to go and inform his brothers so that they don't arrive at this place of suffering, his attitude is contradictory to that of hell. A truly damned person would have said absolutely nothing and will have thought, we will do everything to lead my brothers here too, and there will be all the more of us. Like that, God will not be with this Abraham in his despicable place. The attitude of the rich is that of a soul in purgatory, that of a soul who has repented and who therefore wants only good for his brothers. This is why Pope Benedict XVI, for the first time in salvi in number 44, illustrates that this text is probably the best description that we have of purgatory. He doesn't say it so clearly, but nevertheless, it clarifies the text. Do the damned hate God? This is a question which is easy to resolve, but that resolves in a very curious way. In reality, demons are intelligent beings as well as the damned. They know perfectly well that God is the total light that can nourish their intelligence. It is a total presence that can fill the void within their hearts, and it is total power that if they had it, they would have all power over the universe. In that respect, they cannot hate God. I will even say they covet these powers of God. They want them in a way they love God, except that this love among the damned is not gratuitous love, which makes us love God because He is God without expecting anything in return. Rather, it is a lust love. They want Him in order to be balanced, to be happy, because they understand that only He can fill this void within their heart, and they terribly want it for the sake of utility, because they understand that with God one has total power over the universe. So they love God out of lust, and since God refuses to give Himself to them because He desires that they remain humble and that they love Him, they hate God in what He is deeply. To understand this ambivalence of love and hatred among the damned, we could compare this to a man who would like to acquire the pleasure that a given woman may provide to him, and also to take advantage of her finances. And now this noble woman, an upright woman, would refuse, saying, "Never, I'd rather die." Then he would hate her because of her refusal to him and what he had hoped for, and what he would have no longer obtained from her. Somehow he loves or covets her possessions. He loves pleasure. He loves himself, while he hates her deeply because she resists him. Do the damned want the beatific vision? Do they want to see God face to face? The answer is yes. I already stated so, quite simply because they understand that it will bring them the fullness of their selfish being. Even so, this desire within them for the beatific vision is an act of pride and selfishness. They are all carried by it and they never change, and this is voluntary.